7. Barrett outside the switch. Doncic goes on. Oh, great step! And then he hammers it home. Broke his ankles.
What's going on, guys? Welcome into Clutch B-Ball TV. I hope you guys are doing well as the New York Knicks take down the Cleveland Cavaliers on Friday night in a much needed win. This was just kind of a winnable game. I'm not going to say it was completely winnable because the Cavs were actually kind of on fire entering this basketball game, especially when it comes to specifically the Brooklyn Nets series. You could say the Nets don't have depth. Their defense is not great. They have Jeff Green, getting a majority of minutes, who's a guy that's a solid basketball player, but he shouldn't be getting tons of minutes. That's how bad their depth is. But they have guys of Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving. And to beat them twice, they absolutely swept them in that series. And Colin Sexton showed how great he is offensively and how much of a dog he is, dropping over 40 points. Andre Drummond dominating down low. And I thought that would be a very concerning factor entering this basketball game, specifically for Mitchell Robinson. I'm like, does he have his head on straight? Especially after the tweet. Will the Knicks, will they finally, let me play? Or, it was just a disaster. You guys know about the tweet. But yeah, guys, I'm sorry this video is coming late. I had some things to do earlier. Shout out to you. You know who you are. Of course, it was your birthday. I had a great time with you. Hope you guys understand when it comes to that. I am going to have other things to do outside of YouTube at the end of the day, because, all YouTubers have lives outside of YouTube. But getting back into the game, I was really scared of Andre Drummond in this basketball game. I was scared of Cedi Osman, his ability to drill threes from the outside. My man Damian Dotson did not play. But yes, if this ever comes down to the 8th seed in the playoffs, the Knicks do have the lead in a tiebreaker over the Cleveland Cavaliers if it ever comes down to the 8th seed of the playoffs, as we are up 2-1 in this series. But yeah, breaking down this whole game, I didn't want to give you guys a BS recap, so I actually went back, watched the entire game, or started the first quarter because I missed some of it. I was tracking it on Game Tracker, Shot Tracker, when I was on my way home, of course, back from a birthday party. Yeah, again, shout out to you. Happy birthday. But yeah, the Cleveland Cavaliers and New York Knicks. The Knicks started off very sluggish in this game. You could say they're okay defensively. The Cavs were just hitting crazy shots. Taurean Prince hit a crazy deep three. But this team was very stagnant offensively. You could say RJ was the only one that kind of got it going, and he wasn't really efficient at the beginning of this game. But yeah, Payne was not great in this game. Randall didn't start off great, even though I love the way he ended this basketball game, or the second quarter moving forward. It was just unbelievable, showing what he can be even when he doesn't score the ball. I'm like, how is he going to be when he's not scoring the ball? He showed this earlier in the season. He's proven, okay, my shot's not falling. I'm going to get others involved. I'm going to play good fundamental defense. I'm going to find a way to help out this team and other ways, of course, of contributing to a winning formula for this team to pull out a win. But yeah, Elfrid Payton is absolute trash tonight. He nearly, was that an air ball? Grazed the rim on a three-pointer. He missed a couple open looks when it came to down low driving to the basket. One nice drive that was kind of a timely bucket. But yeah, I was not a big fan of Elfrid Payton as usual. Played some solid defense, had one nice pass, but he didn't look like a starting point guard in the NBA. We'll get to the other point guard later. But I love the way RJ Barrett played in this basketball game. Of course, he did get beat defensively, even though I thought he had some nice possessions of playing solid defense when he was switched on to Garland or a guy like Colin Sexton in this game. But RJ Barrett was aggressive. He was working downhill this whole basketball game. He finished with 24 points. He hit a couple threes from downtown. He was, again, efficient from the charity stripe we love to see. And there was one play I absolutely loved. Of course, he has this bully ball type of mentality. Did a good job taking advantage of Darius Garland down low. But one specific play really showed how much RJ's game is developing. A play he went to make at Duke and transition, working downhill. He was like, I have confidence I could finish this, but again, we can get a more quality shot. And he dumped it off to Julius Randle for a beautiful assist. I'm really pleased with RJ Barrett in this game. I just hit my freaking chin there. But anyway, I'm pleased with RJ. I thought he had a mature style of play. RJ, keep doing your thing. You've been very consistent, and I love it. Keep it up, man. And I hope to see more good basketball from you. Alec Burks, you know what you're getting with Alec Burks. He's going to come in. He's going to play solid defense. He's going to hit shots from the outside. He's been off a couple games. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because he's coming back from an injury. He's getting back acclimated to the NBA, but he's a veteran. There's no doubt in my mind that he's going to come back and be solid, and he hit some timely shots in this basketball game. Alec Burks. Even though he's a guy who's going to look to score, he's not going to be the greatest passer, but he hit some timely shots, especially when Darius Garland was getting the Cavs going here in the third quarter, or getting them going in the third quarter. But yeah, Julius Randle, mature style of play. Shot wasn't falling, even though he finished with a very efficient night, but he was rebounding, he was passing the ball, dishing it out well, even though he's going to have his one turnover, but every player has turnovers. He did a good job distributing the basketball. Mitchell Robinson, I thought he had an okay night. It was an okay to end night for these centers or these big men because they were in foul trouble. Guys like Mitchell Robinson, guys like Nerlens Noel, and we're really surprised, as Knicks fans, because Mitchell Robinson in foul trouble, Nerlens Noel in foul trouble, but Andre Drummond couldn't get anything going in this game. Yes, you could say Mitchell Robinson relied a little too much on his athleticism at times and boxing out, which is something he's definitely going to have to learn because Mitchell Robinson's not always going to have this athleticism. He's going to have to learn to add a hook shot to his arsenal, play smart fundamental defense on a consistent basis, even though I've liked the improved style of play on the defense side of the basketball. But he needs a turnaround jumper. He needs at least a mid-range shot in his arsenal. People are saying for him to shoot threes, hit free throws first on a consistent basis. It has not been great. I would like to see him add a hook shot before he adds a shot from the outside, if you guys know what I'm saying. Like Marc Gasol, he added a three-point shot later in his career. Pau Gasol, that mid-range shot he added because he was so skilled in the post. Mitchell Robinson, what is he going to do later in his career when the athleticism is gone? He's not going to be able to guard the perimeter. He's not going to be able to rely on his athleticism. He's going to have to work on the fundamentals. But I thought he had an okay game. He cleaned some shots up and dunked them. Getting into the bench, though, I actually liked the bench in this game. Knox, we're not even going to talk about. He played okay defense, I guess, but he was on the floor in 8 minutes, didn't attempt a single shot, not even lying. Of course, the main contributor, actually I'll get to him later, but Obi Toppin, you guys know I'm not big on Obi Toppin. I wasn't a big fan of the draft pick. I was even with the pick at 8, but I get the value. Some teams had him mocked in the top 5 for scouts, like his athleticism, but I didn't like that he didn't have one trait that's really going to carry over to the NBA. If you're 22 years old, I want to see you make an impact right away. He's going to be 23 in March, but this dude, I don't know if I call him a kid. I'm a kid. He's freaking 22 years old. I'm so used to the Frankie puppy dogs, But Obi Toppin plays hard. You could say his defense isn't great, but he tries out there. Had a nice 3, had a very nice move in his arsenal, or just great move going to the basket, finishing it. It was just beautiful. And I thought he brought good energy, and I thought he brought good minutes to the New York Knicks. Noel was in foul trouble, but I think he kind of held his own. Didn't play the most mature defense. Austin Rivers came in. Just put the ball in his hands and get out the way, because he's not a guy. He may cut without the basketball there and there, but he needs the ball in his hands to be successful. In high school, that's literally what he was. He was put the ball in his hands, get to work. I know it was high school, but that's literally his style of play in the NBA. And he doesn't have the quickest of release, so he's going to have to get into his rhythm off the dribble. And I thought Austin Rivers did a great job contributing, helped us get back in that first quarter when we were really folding, and it was just a sloppy start, but Rivers is a big reason we got back in this game. Now, getting into my man Emmanuel quickly. Of course, we could talk about him starting all we want, but you could also say the second unit's so inconsistent that quickly brings a brand new life to the second unit. And of course, he's going to finish the games. Peyton's not. I understand that. But wouldn't you like to start strong and then finish strong with a guy like Quickly? Because we all know the starters are going to play a lot of minutes. So we know that philosophy with Tom Thibodeau, even though I didn't like how RJ was playing with the last minute when we're up a million points. But Emmanuel Quickly, 25 points, splashing from downtown. He was swimming. He was just unbelievable. Splashing it from downtown, using that floater in the lane. Is he going to be our point guard of the future? We don't know that until he gets a true opportunity of starting. I do look at him as kind of a Lou Williams, a guy that's good with the floater, the guy that's really good at initiating contact. He's kind of a guy that's going to bait people in and initiate contact. Of course, I would love to see him have that opportunity because we need a damn point guard looking forward towards the future. And I'm really more pleased about our future if we do find our point guard of the future or a point guard moving forward. Of course, this season, that would be absolutely unbelievable. But the Knicks grinded out win kind of in a way. Actually, it wasn't really grinded out win. It was grinded out game at the beginning with the defense when the shots weren't falling. But everyone started contributing. Everyone just played well in this game, in my opinion. RJ Barrett played with confidence, Quickly played well. Randall, you saw his maturity of when his shot wasn't falling. Let me know down below your thoughts and analysis. And as always, guys, have a humble day or night. Peace out, y'all.